Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to Six Flags St. Louis, September 2025. I am not alone. Look who's with me, Caleb, waving hi. It is going to be that time of year. Fright Fest is here. The flags are flying. The water is red. Let's get this video started. Cue the intro. Hi to March Adventures. The park is already looking awful smoky. I'm going to embarrass my son and have him put his head through this contraption, but his head's too big, he can't fit. But he tried. Good shot of the bloody fountain. You wouldn't want to make a wish today. I have never bought a haunted attractions pass, but I will this year if I can get 4,000 views on one of these Six Flags Fright Fest videos. So if you haven't watched any, go and watch this one or the one previous or the ones to follow, and I will buy one of these passes and do the haunted houses and let you know what I think. I really don't want to spend the money, but I will if I can get the views. Macho Nacho was open. Boo Fest is going on because it's the daytime, and I'm here looking for some booze. The log flume down for the season. They need to really check their weather app at Six Flags. They could have left these water rides open several more weeks. All hail Lord Grumbletube. He is smoking. Still haven't seen the Smashing Lanterns perform. They have a little stage set up over here in Hotlandia. I'll have to go check them out at some time before the Boo Fest is over this year. There's also this weird purple chair that's back with the eyeball. No idea what it is or why. The treat trail is back where it always is. If you have the little ones, let them get some treats. This is the coolest part where the spiders are. What the hell is that? Oh my goodness. Let's get out of here. And now we are approaching the old Mercantile. Holy cow. Is this where Harry Carey is laid to rest? The Cubs legendary broadcaster. If you don't know who that is, kids, you are too young. Looks like we got an old prospector skeleton. The sheriff is near. The sheriff is near. Caleb is going to go sit by him, making friends. That's always good to see. Then we headed up to Foul Ball to get the shadow tenders of blackened spice chicken tender. They were pretty good. We did a YouTube short on them. Go check that out. Walking past the Pandemonium, and there was hardly anybody in the park. The Ha 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 store is not operational. It's still good to see the Joker going. Still can't believe it was down for like 6-7 weeks earlier. But walking through this area, you can see it is not very crowded at all. And over by the Heart Tree in Chaos City, we got a skeleton trying to get away from some kind of dog-like skeleton creature. I'm not sure what that is. And the I Still Could Care Less cell, operational. Caleb's saying no. He's saying no. He still hasn't been on it. I tried, everyone. I tried. Catwoman Nope is not noping right now. And we got the Cornelius Corn Maze with Bailey and Haley. One of the lamest straw mazes you can ever find in any park, in every city in the entire world. What is this? I still don't know what this is after like 5-6 years of having it. Boo Fest ends at 6 p.m. Oh no. This was a kayaking accident gone terribly wrong in the water feature. And this guy is going whitewater rafting or kayaking, and there is quite a steep drop. He might not survive that. One half of Bon Jovi, there is no rope. We can go right on in and say hi. This is not the full Bon Jovi. The other half is in the blood bank. So they must have had a disagreement and split up last year, because they've now formed into two groups. And these guys have just gotten off the Screaming Eagle. I think this joke writes itself. The lap bar doesn't look like it's going to do a whole lot of good, but it doesn't matter because they're already dead. And it's bee time. The Buzzy Bees attacking Six Flags St. Louis. It happens every year around this time, and they start closing down rides and they attack you at the drinking fountains. Oh, I really like this umbrella, but there's people under it. I never can just quite sit there ever. Walking past the banana game, and they have Halloween, jack-o'-lantern, and Frankenstein bananas. What in the world? Why would anyone want that? One of the train stations is transformed into some kind of creepy castle like every year. So there's only one train station. And here is a new game over here by the former Tsunami Soakers. That's never been there before. Another basketball throw. Good Lord. Over to the left is the McBoogles. They are back again. Yippee. And there is a Monster Party show in the Empire Theater for the little ones. And I think it's time to transform into the evening. Caleb is now gone. He went home to study. And now I'm back for the night. They put smoke right in front of the sign so nobody can get a picture. That's brilliant. Why do they have this screen out here? Just take the screen down. No one is ever in that queue, ever. Ever. And then I walked past the Lord of the Tubes, Lord Grumbletube, and stumbled upon my good pals who pledged their loyalty. Thank you, Elkins family, for pledging your loyalty. Has anybody else pledged loyalty to Lord Grumbletube? You will need to when the great tube uprising occurs. You want to be spared. I went into foul ball and got some potato thingamabobber. I don't remember what it was called. I did a YouTube short on it. They also have a blood orange margarita and a fire starter drink. I don't drink, so I will not be participating in that. But here's what the pork potato looked like. And I had a little bit of a scary situation. I was doing a YouTube short, and I put too much in my mouth because I was looking at the camera and not at what I was eating, and I started choking, like actual choking. And for about 10 seconds, I was a little nervous, and it was in my throat lodged, and I had to almost give myself the Heimlich maneuver. I was able to cough it up, everything was fine, but I almost accidentally recorded my own death at Six Flags St. Louis. I guess it would have been a fitting way to go. Lord have mercy. Then I walked past the trolls. One of these trolls said I smelled like onions, which I don't like onions and don't eat them, but I hadn't showered in 4 days, so I guess it might be accurate. The trolls never tell a lie. Moving right along to Spider Alley. This is probably the coolest part of the park in terms of the scare zones. There was a spider creature attacking people, and it was so purpley in there you could barely see where you were going. I just find this area the coolest in the entire park. Did you know that you don't need money, you don't need fame, and you don't need no credit card to ride that train? A train that goes to the North Pole. Oh, finally, they're burning down the old Mercantile. That building has been abandoned for years. It's time to go. I'm glad it's burning. Looks like the Catwoman Nope is back operational for the evening. And that's a big nope. And an even bigger nope. I always like these carved barrels. I'm not entirely sure why they're there, but they're kind of cool. All colorful. Interesting. This is kind of scary. There's nobody in line for Slaughterhouse. It's prime haunted house time, and there's absolutely nobody in the park. Decorative balls? Why? Decorative balls? Why? And it's time to go to Zombieville. One of my favorite villes. I almost got bit 2 or 3 different times. Not sure who he's calling, but he's pretty upset about it. I didn't know zombies could use the phone. Walking through the Ides of March passage. For the first time this year, I'm going to go through the tube because I pledge my loyalty to all tubes. Great time in the Ides of March passage. Now these guys, I think, are really cool. I just call them the sliders. I don't know what they are, but they slide on the ground and spark and scare people. I'm not entirely sure if they're supposed to be murdering you or just sliding at you. But whatever the reason, keep on sliding. Here we go, and whoa, yeah. Kind of looks like fun. I would do it, but I throw my back out if I sneeze too hard, so I don't think I'd be a good candidate for that job. That slider actually told those people that I was scarier than him. I don't know if I should be offended or not. This will tell you how busy the park is. There's nobody in line at the first cone. Prime Fright Fest time. The Colossus was looking really good. It was Colossicizing. Wish they would do the pumpkin back on there, though. This trash can is super upset, probably because Six Flags never gets a new roller coaster. So I understand your pain, Mr. Can. I totally understand it. Oh, Lord Grumbletube. I am glad we have all pledged our allegiance. He is looking mighty fierce. And let's take a trip through the sinister clowns. The clowns of the blacktop. This is another really cool area of the park. I'm glad they moved the clowns over here last year. Much better suited for them. But one of these clowns actually did scare me. He kind of came up behind me and I did jump a little bit. So he did get me. Oh, there he goes. I was not expecting him. And I don't remember this car headlights flashing. Has that always been like that? I just don't remember. Maybe it has. But Sinister Clowns, always a good time. All the cast members tonight were unbelievable. I think it was the cooler temperature, but every single scare zone, they were just bringing it tonight, so kudos to them. Kudos really to everyone working tonight. Security, the cast members, the food and beverage, everyone did a remarkable job. It wasn't very crowded, but they were giving it their all. Really appreciate it. And that's going to do it. I am going to head on out. I hope you guys enjoyed another update from Six Flags St. Louis. We only have one more month to go. We are getting down to it, and then we have the long, drawn-out winter and no holiday in the park again. But until October, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. It helps us out. Comment, everything. May the adventure continue. Blah, blah, blah.